to see you, my friend. Look at you.
Good
You're
to
fit.
see you.
You're a little thinner now. We're going to get to all this in a second, especially with the mask. Well, I want to ask you about this stuff. But doing well?
Yeah,
You doing?
very good, very good.
This is supposed to be an off weekend for you guys because once you guys hit Brazil next weekend, it's bam, 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 bam. It's a busy time for you.
Yeah, we're going to be really busy right after Indianapolis. Obviously, the month of June is 5 in a row, so it's going to be pretty crazy.
Sao Paulo, as mentioned, a week from today. You look forward to going down there, flying down there? Do you like it down there?
Yeah, I really like the track. I mean, it's a long street course track. I mean, it's difficult to get that sort of length in street racing, and I think that track has has a lot of particularity that makes it fun for a driver to drive. Pretty long straightaway, obviously, so I expect a lot of action. And I didn't run there last year, so I'm really looking forward to go back.
But Honda, just in the last couple of weeks, and obviously Long Beach, Honda's really stepped up the game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the first race, we finished 10th, but I don't think we had the car. We were not very competitive there. We were struggling with the 2013 tires, but a lot of the teams put pressure on Honda. They felt that they were behind a little bit, but they respond, amazingly. I feel that. Those guys, like we push them, but they almost don't need to be pushed. They understand the game, and they realize that, they have to be 10-10 all the time to beat the Chevys.
We should mention the reason you didn't make Sao Paulo last year was because of the switch from Lotus, which what you guys started with last year, Brighton Hood Autosport started with last year, made the switch to Honda that week to get ready for the month of May in Indianapolis, so it's all kind of worked out.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, last year for us, the first 4 races was kind of tough, almost like the way we are going this year.
It's almost like it didn't happen.
I can't believe that, we have the pace. I mean, the car is always, really good. But, we had so much bad luck in Long Beach. We were on a mega lap and, the red flag came out, so we started from the back. And then we were kind of like making a lot of ground. We were all the way up to P7 where Kimball was. We had the incident, so we can't catch a break.
Okay, this is a great segue because we have the video queued up. Let's go ahead and just to explain the sequence between you and Charlie in the 83 car.
Well, he's coming out of the pits, and we've been on track for a while with the red tires, so we're basically doing qualifiers, to get back to the front.
You're rolling, yeah.
And I think he forgot that he was on cold tires, and he can never make the corner. So it's a shame. I mean, I was really upset because
you made a little contact there.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. And after that, he's blocking the inside, and I just do the kind of the crisscross. And
it looked like Zanardi there.
At that point, I really feel that he should have seen that there's a quicker car on reds and not really kind of like take the risk of going on the inside. A lot of people got caught in that turn 8 during the weekend, but on cold tires on top of that, it was pretty frustrating.
Wait, can I ask you what you're saying inside the helmet here as you gesture towards Charlie?
I was like so upset, and I was just telling him like, what were you thinking? Cold tires?
Was it French or was it English? That's what I want to know.
Oh, there's like language mixed together, even some Italian in there.
Now there was a photo also that you tweeted out, because everyone wondered, okay, what was your reaction to Charlie and all this? And it's a photo of you. You're wearing a shirt.
Yeah, and
what does it say?
Well, I mean, Charlie has like really interesting story, so I thought that I took that shirt and just blanked Babe and just put Kimball, now go make me a sandwich. I mean, I needed to, get a bit of fun out of the whole situation because we were really bummed out. I mean, the team felt that the pace of the car was really good, and the race was still young, 32 laps into the race. So we felt that we probably had a shot at an easy top 5 just with the pace we were going. We had the 3rd fastest lap. So, it's tough to swallow.
I mean, street courses just alone, it's kind of a catch-22. I mean, they're very popular to go. Obviously, Long Beach, I think they attracted some 200,000 people plus last weekend. But when you get out there racing, so many odd things can happen and ruin your day. Just like what happened to you?
Yeah, and that's really tough because, you're there on Thursday, you do the track walk, like you work with the team on Friday, Saturday, and then the race on Sunday is just like, a small percentage of, the amount of work that the guys are doing, for the whole weekend. So when you can't come out of there with the result that really represents the pace you had and the car you had in the race, it's very frustrating. We were looking forward to get out of there with a good result, but unfortunately it didn't happen.
I mentioned your new workout routine. We shot video of this weekend. You're really committed to this. You're wearing a mask that kind of simulates high altitude training.
Yeah.
How's it work so far?
Well, first of all, I feel it's kind of like a little bit better than going out there on the Monon with my helmet and my race suit. You know, like, that would be pretty weird. So, yeah, the mask is weird, but at least I'm inside and nobody sees me, so it's not that bad. But
explain how this works. I think it's fascinating.
Yeah, it's really to replicate the altitude. So, you know, if you have
and to raise the red blood cell
yeah,
count,
because
right?
we're in race season kind of all the time, right? So we're not like training for a fight or for a competition. We're competing all the time. So you can't just go 6 weeks and train up in Colorado, you know, in the mountains. So this particular epoxy coat generator is replicating that you're at 12,000 feet of altitude, and by training and cycling and breathing lack of oxygen, your body after a certain amount of time, produces more red blood cells.
Right.
And you know, it helps you recovery, it helps you feeling good in the car. You know, like you're not even, you know.
Gives you stamina in the car.
Yeah.
It helps your recovery because I mean, here's the thing: you guys have a doubleheader coming up at Detroit. You
Yeah.
got a race on Saturday. Get back at it less than 24 hours later and race again on Sunday.
Yeah, that's one reason why, you know, like I got, you know, to a bit more intensive training program, because as soon as I've heard that the doubleheader were full distance, you know, each day, I wanted to make sure that, you know, stamina's good, you know, physically fit, and, you know, you never know what you're going to encounter in a race weekend. The team says, all right, you need to go qualifying mode for, you know, 74 laps. Then the next day when you wake up, you're going to be, you know, pretty tired. So this particular machine helps get you the proper, you know, fitness and approaching the first day, so the second day is stronger.
Do you think other drivers will also?
I don't know.
On board this
I mean,
sort of thing,
all the guys are pretty fit. I mean,
yeah,
everybody
obviously.
takes.
But they're probably also asking you questions about this. Yeah.
Not yet. Not yet.
Wait a minute.
But
what?
they will. They will in
yeah.
a minute. But you know what people don't realize is you're in the car. You're in the worst condition possible. You're not breathing clean air. You know, when you run outside or you cycle outside, you know, you have everything going for you. In the car, you know, you're breathing your bad air. You know, like your carbon monoxide, and it slows the process. It makes you more tired. You know, like, you know, your blood is, you know, dirtier during the race distance. So the next day, it's tougher to recover, you know, from that sort of a physical intensity. So if you prepare yourself to be able to be, you know, stronger and better for race 1, then race 2 should come easy.
Let me ask you this: with all the dirty air, the turbulence at Indy,
yeah,
it should play a factor, don't you think?
I think
it should
so.
Help a little bit?
Because I don't think that, you know, Indianapolis is as physically demanding as a strong and tough and rough street course.
Right.
But what the race has is the distance and the heat.
There's been a long line of Canadians that have raced at the Speedway. It's hard to believe, though. It's been, what, 18 years since Jacques Villeneuve won the Indy 500?
Yeah.
Are you the next?
I hope so. I really feel good about the Barracuda Racing team.
Yeah.
Love the guys. I feel, you know, at home, and I think
it's a team that's won there before, obviously, with
Dan. Yeah, exactly.
Dan
and
Weldon.
we have a great number. We have 98 on our car. So if there's definitely a car that has the possibility of doing it, is our car.
If our friend Robin Miller was here, he'd say, tell Bronte hi, but he's not here. So,
yeah, exactly.
So, you know, I'll say it for Robin.
He's definitely looking for her in race weekend.
Wait a minute, you're here. He's probably bugging her right now. Alex Tagliani, ladies and gentlemen.